Here's a quick way to teach your young puppy to play fetch. Now this is a very useful skill to teach a young puppy because if they steal your socks or something like that, for example, you can get your puppy to fetch it to you and drop it. First you get your puppy interested in the toy, then you throw it, and when you see your puppy has the toy in their mouth, you make a kissy noise or go pop, 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 and go the other way. And most young puppies will forget to let go of the toy when they go towards you, so they'll carry the toy towards you. And if you have two toys, you can then play with the puppy with the other toy.
Wait until the puppy has the toy in his mouth before making enticing noises or moving away from your puppy to entice him to move towards you. When your puppy gets to you, you can gently play tug with your puppy and then drop the toy and show your puppy the other toy and move it around until your puppy drops the toy he has in his mouth. You might want to use a bigger or longer toy than I'm using here if you think your puppy might go for your hands while you're jiggling the toy around.
Good job, yeah. Oh boy.
Puppies shouldn't really play fetch until they are adults and their growth plates have closed because of the jolting movement that happens when the dog gets to the toy. Fetch also needs to be limited in adult dogs to prevent injury. That said, I like to train fetch to young puppies as one of the first behaviors that they learn while they still have the tendency to want to hold on to the toy in their mouth when they're called. I suggest throwing the toy 3 to 5 times to teach the concept in a couple of training sessions, and then when the puppy is great at fetching, you can then play games that don't involve jumping or jolting movements, for example, teaching the puppy to put his toys away or having the puppy chase you with a toy in his mouth to then play tug with you.
Yeah, good job, you got it. Professional dog trainers and performers who have injury prevention and the health of their dog in mind always choose to train and perform and play with their dogs on a non-slip surface. This is because if you work on a slippery surface, it's like when you're on ice and you slip a little bit, that happens to dogs and it's really hard to avoid. So the best solution is, yes, train your dog to be confident when they walk on slippery surfaces, but when you play and train with your dogs, train and play on a non-slip surface like a carpet or grass outside. Some carpets and mats are actually slippery, so you need to check and make sure you don't just have a carpet that's slippery. You want to make sure your dog's not slipping when they're moving around. It's also really important with adult dogs when you're working on jumping and jolting movements like agility and stuff like that. You want to be working on a padded surface, like some dog training arenas have a padded mat that the dogs perform and train on, or grass is the best surface for doing jumping movements. I don't suggest having your dog jumping in the house high on a carpet like this because there's just not enough padding. Conversely, sand is also not a good thing to perform jumping and jolting movements because it's too giving. So I suggest investing in a training surface for your puppy or adult dog if you're not going to be doing jumping tricks and stuff like that and working on stuff inside. I like to have an area rug like this for my puppy training, and yes, it's harder to clean with a puppy, but you can get a cheap one and then just throw it away and get another one. It's also really important for my puppy here because he likes to play a lot in the evening, and this is the kind of space for him to play in, and he won't go and venture onto the hardwood floor to play with his toys. He sticks to the carpet because it's non-slip, and that's really going to help him grow properly and not get any early injuries from slipping. If you want to know more about puppy safety, check out the video on this topic in the description below. I hope you found this tip helpful for your training. See you next time. Bye!